What's going on, guys? I'm Austin Putnam, FlickDirect here with the voice of Olaf himself, Josh Gad. How are you doing today, man?
I'm great. I'm back home in sunny South Florida. I love it. Haven't yet got quite the suntan that I wanted, but there's still time. The curtains are open. Hopefully, I'll get some of those rays.
Frozen, when it came out, was such a big hit that no one saw coming.
Right.
Did you expect that the original would be as big of a cultural phenomenon as it is today?
Not at all. None of us did. I remember the first time I saw it. We saw it in an intimate screening on the Disney animation lot. And Kristen Bell and I looked at each other and went, this is really special, isn't it? And I remember thinking, okay, so we made a brilliantly, super cool movie, but is it going to connect with an audience, right? And I thought, it'll connect with an audience. But never in my wildest dreams did I expect that it would become this pop cultural zeitgeisty event. And you can never sort of expect that. You can never really anticipate that.
Now, when you're making a sequel to as big of a movie as Frozen is, what kind of pressure is there, especially when a character is as lovable as Olaf is?
Well, I think there's a lot of pressure, and that's why I respected the creators so much for taking the time needed in order to come up with a story worthy of the original. And, they really approach it from the inside out. They asked questions of the characters that genuinely needed answering, questions that in a weird way informed the choices of the first film, but were never answered in the first film. And so once that was at the forefront of what our movie wanted to be, they could tackle it from an intimate place that would challenge not only Anna and Elsa, but Kristoff, Sven, and of course Olaf. And whereas in the first movie, Olaf is just this bundle of naivete and of youthful optimism, in this movie, he's sort of at this crisis of existentialism. He's starting to challenge the status quo. He's starting to ask questions that maybe don't have easy answers. And that's both a great comedic opportunity, but also a great emotional arc.
There is a scene where you narrate the story of the original. I was dying. I was laughing
Yeah,
so hard.
It's pretty insane.
Now, when people do recognize you as Olaf, what is the most common line they say back to you when they hear the voice?
They ask me for warm hugs. I mean, it's on like pretty much a daily basis. I'll get somebody somewhere asking for a warm hug.
I was about to say, like, oh, look, I've been impaled.
People, yeah, I get that a lot. But what's really crazy is I'll be walking down the street, and because my voice is so similar to Olaf's, kids will just give me this look, and you know immediately what that look is. You don't want to ruin it for them. You don't want to ruin the fantasy of what they've imagined, but it's still surreal.
Now, was there a particular day when you were recording that it was so emotional that you just couldn't pull yourself through it?
Yes. There was a day, without giving anything away, there was a day where I recorded a scene, and both Jennifer Lee, the writer, director, co-director, along with Chris Buck, and I were both struggling to get through it. I think that the movie is so emotionally satisfying and such an emotional roller coaster. And what I hope is that people take away from it not only the same sort of feelings that they got from the first film, but they take away from it a whole new set of feelings about this world, about these characters, and about the new themes that have been introduced. Themes like, yes, part of going into the unknown means embracing your future, but it also means reconciling with your past.
Couldn't agree more. Then now, it is the holiday season. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, which one do you prefer and why?
Wow, that is a tough choice. It's a Sophie's choice right there. I love both. I think I would have to go with Christmas just because I just love, I love the merriment. Like, I just love the joy. I love my kids Christmas morning opening their gifts by the tree. But I do love a good Thanksgiving meal. No meal beats Thanksgiving.
So, I don't know if you know if these guys exist, and it does talk.
Whoa! Let me see that bad
Absolutely,
boy. Look at
man.
that. That's me. That is freaky. That is very cool.